The generational mirror, how each era shapes the next. Every generation grows up believing it is inventing the world from scratch. Yet beneath the surface, each one is quietly shaped by the echoes of those who came before. The story of generations is less a sequence of isolated chapters and more a long, braided thread, tension, release, repetition, reinvention. The silent generation, stability as a survival strategy. Born into scarcity and global upheaval, the silent generation learned early that survival depended on discipline, restraint, and collective effort. They valued institutions because institutions were the scaffolding that kept life from collapsing. Their gift to the world was steadiness, a belief that order could be built, brick by brick, through patience and sacrifice. Baby boomers, expansion and reinvention. Boomers inherited stability and pushed it outward. They grew up in an era of economic growth, suburban optimism, and cultural transformation. Their defining tension was between conformity and rebellion, the desire to belong and the desire to break free. They reshaped politics, culture, and the economy, often with a boldness that reflected the scale of the world they were handed. Generation X, the bridge generation. Gen X came of age in the shadow of shifting norms, rising divorce rates, changing family structures, and the dawn of digital technology. They learned independence not as a philosophy but as a necessity. Often overlooked, they became the translators between analog and digital, tradition and innovation. Their skepticism wasn't cynicism. It was a survival tool in a world that kept rewriting the rules. Millennials, the first digital natives. Millennials grew up with the internet as both playground and pressure cooker. They inherited economic instability, rising costs, and a rapidly changing job market. Yet they also brought a new ethic, collaboration, creativity, and a willingness to question outdated systems. They value meaning over tradition, flexibility over rigidity, and community over hierarchy. Their challenge has been navigating a world where opportunity and uncertainty arrive in equal measure. Generation Z, hyper-connected and hyper-aware. Gen Z has never known a world without smartphones, social networks, or instant information. They are the most globally connected generation in history, and also the most exposed to constant comparison, rapid change, and digital noise. Their strength lies in adaptability and self-expression. They are redefining identity, work, activism, and mental health with a clarity that previous generations rarely had the language for. Generation Alpha, born into acceleration. The youngest generation is growing up in a world where technology is not a tool but an environment. AI, automation, and immersive digital spaces will shape their worldview as naturally as television shaped boomers. Their future will demand creativity, emotional intelligence, and the ability to navigate complexity with fluidity. They may become the first generation to see technology not as an extension of humanity, but as a partner in shaping it. The thread that connects them. Every generation believes it is reacting to the flaws of the last, and in many ways it is, but each one also carries forward the strengths, hopes, and unfinished work of those who came before. The silent generation's discipline, boomers' ambition, Gen X's independence, millennials' creativity, Gen Z's awareness, and Alpha's adaptability are not competing traits. They are a continuum. Generations don't replace one another. They remix one another. And in that remix, humanity keeps evolving, not in straight lines but in spirals.